2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the
I'm
city
Kimberly
up.
Rodriguez, and welcome to Pallas Athena podcast. This is our first episode, and I'm here with my good friend, Kimberly Vides. I'm going to introduce her in a moment, but this being our first podcast, I just wanted to kind of introduce the concept of Pallas Athena. So, as far as the name of the podcast goes, it comes from an asteroid that, at least 4 larger asteroids that are their own like celestial body in that asteroid belt, one of them being Pallas Athena, which is named after a Greek goddess who was known for strategy in battle, for creative thinking and innovation, and many other things. So, astrologically, the placement of Pallas Athena in your birth chart can indicate different things. Like for me, my Pallas Athena is in Aquarius. So, I see a lot of like kind of innovative ways of thinking around my creativity and the way that I manifest in business and things like that. So that's kind of the angle that this podcast is going to be about. It'll be about strategy, about innovation, about creativity, and of course, Pallas Athena being a woman, feminine leadership, feminine energy. May not necessarily be only about women, but there will be that component of definitely want to highlight female leaders here locally as well as globally. So that brings me to Kimberly, who is cybersecurity guru, international entrepreneur, and businesswoman, CEO of, what is the name of it?
Cybersecurity Solutions.
Cybersecurity Solutions.
Yeah.
So basically, would you like to kind of just talk a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. I'm so happy to collaborate with Kate and be the first.
Kate Marie. I go
Kate
by both.
Marie, yeah. Same
People
like
that
me.
knew me a while ago still call me Kate, but I'm trying to go by Marie more.
Okay.
But it's fine either way because we're good friends. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong. You're a hacker, but you're a good hacker. Like you're not a bad guy. You're a hacker that can kind of reveal the vulnerabilities of individuals online or businesses.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. I am a white hat. In Spanish is sombrero blanco, because I'm an ethical hacker. I have values, filters, and my strong
well, we're lucky that you are because of what you're capable of.
Yeah, my
don't get on Kimberly's bad side. She could hack into your. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's possible. But yeah, the thing is, find the ways to hack the websites, exploring the open source and other things on the websites.
And if you stay tuned through the end of the podcast, Kimberly is going to share some tips on how you can keep your website and your personal data more secure at the end. So hang in there with us.
Thank you.
So Kimberly, I know you shared about your background. You shared about business administration and cybersecurity background, but can you talk a little bit about how you got started there and what drew you to that field?
Well, starting my teens, because I was always curious, related with technology, new tools, platforms, programs. I'm starting on my way, learning coding and using YouTube tutorials. I am very millennial. And yeah, I'm not proud of that, but in cyber, because I start hacking the Wi-Fi of my neighbors. It's not recommend. Please don't do that.
It shows how smart you are.
I did that in El Salvador.
Oh my goodness.
In my teens, because well, for another reason. But yeah,
we won't go there.
But the pandemic was the thing that bring me that, like, the light or the motivation to say I want to explore more like these things, because the remote work, um, allowing you to use more platforms and tools to have collaborate work with your colleagues in that context. And that was the beginning, I mean the serious beginning. And yeah, the other thing is defend and protect, because I born and raised in El Salvador, and we are having many threats all the time related with your privacy, related with your the security of your personal information, or dangerous reasons that maybe could impact the security of your family. And I'm educated for myself, um, to protect my family, my social media. I'm very good at that. I'm very good stalker. It's, yeah.
You're a good stalker and a good hacker.
Of course, it's part of that
All
the skill that
right,
you
cool,
need.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's great. Thank you for sharing about all of that. It's truly it's
Maybe
truly
I'm
interesting.
talking too much.
No, that's why you're here. We want you to talk. We have so much to learn from you.
Thank you.
So, can you describe how your industry relates globally? Obviously, you've worked in South America,
Mhm.
and now you're here in North America and Florida.
Mhm.
How does the field change between places, and how is it the same? Can you compare?
Sure. Um, when I live in Uruguay almost 11 years, and there, um, they not ready to take seriously cybersecurity at that moment. But I was working remotely for a company based in California, and
So it was based in California, but
based
you were
in
still living in El
Uruguay,
Salvador. Oh, in Uruguay at that
in
point.
Uruguay,
Okay.
yes, because I started working in cybersecurity when I was based in Uruguay. But in 2024, in January, I moved here to Gainesville, Florida, and here a new world opened to me, and I have I have a new world, new experience, new opportunities. But the key is find correctly, um, never stop to find the opportunities, and change to grab trainings, to have collaborations, be brave to exposing me. And here the people is having more conscience about what is the importance of cybersecurity, and having more resources and experience to stay more involved with organizations also. So it's different in that way. I'm about to work, but the scope is global, honestly, because cybersecurity is involved in everything, not only in tech, in the daily life. All the people are connected, talking about social media, talking about devices, talking about the Internet of the Things. I mean, in the intelligence in the house with this kind of devices in the domestic activities. Cybersecurity is fundamental, because now the people is knowing more, is having more conscience that is a threat, could be dangerous, and impacting in the economy and the daily life and the floods. And well, we can list many examples in the past year. For if you want, maybe and the next part of the podcast we can talk about these examples.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like you kind of got your introduction and you got your start in Uruguay, and also connected with an American company, and then eventually you found even more opportunities once you moved over here. So I really appreciate learning about that.
Thank you.
So, and then you were talking about opportunities that you've seen with collaboration. So I wondered if you could speak a little bit more about what collaborations you've been involved with. And I know that, like, she's not kidding when she's saying that it's a global industry, because just the other day, our kids go to the same school and we see each other very often. And she's like, "Oh, I have to get to this conference with this woman from Kenya, and I'm going to be speaking and having this web conference. And I'm just like, from Kenya, what? That's very far away. And she's always, talking in California and this and that. And I wondered if you could just talk about some of your speaking engagements and collaboration efforts that you've been involved with recently.
Of course, here in the United States, I found many organizations working on tech and cybersecurity. And when I found it, I decided to become a member. And then they bring trainings and, of course, networking. Networking is very, very important. And go for the opportunities and introduce yourself with um, strategic people to advance in your project, your strategy, because all this social strategy.
So important.
Yeah, so important. And then,
and you're very good at it, and you've helped me to get started in a lot more networking.
Well, a little bit. All the credit is yours.
No.
And well, I'm active in almost 7 organizations. One of them is Women in Tech and Entrepreneurship. I am a member since October of the past year, and as ambassador since February of 2025 in this year. Having a scope in all Florida, and they bring me many opportunities to involve it in cyber with my community here with the University of Florida. They invited me as panelist in the Innovations Institute connected with the engineer department of the university. I was talking about the cybersecurity and entrepreneurship because from my experience, like with my own business, I bring my scope, advices, and recommendations for the next graduates. And also, WTE bring me networking to connect with people in other cities here in Florida. And we had projects related with training services.
Very cool.
Working from my company. And I found Women in Cybersecurity, is WiCyS, is with this global scope. They provide me WiCyS, yeah, WiCyS or WiCyS, it's depend, yeah, and they bring me scholarships and opportunities to attend conference in Dallas. A Woman in Security and Privacy, they bring me the opportunity to attend the RSA conference, the most conference on cybersecurity in the world in San Francisco. And I have other virtual opportunities to stay involved with the global cybersecurity community.
And we can go ahead and share the links and the websites for some of these organizations that Kimberly is sharing about for anyone who works in tech or entrepreneurship, especially that one locally. I've had the opportunity to get involved a little bit and go to some of the Women in Tech and Entrepreneurship events, which have been amazing. And I'm so grateful for what they're doing, as well as the WiCyS. And we can put that in the show notes and the YouTube notes so that you can navigate to the information yourself at home.
I would like to add something about my experience collaborating with Women in Tech Network Kenya chapter.
Ooh.
I have my social media. I'm very active on LinkedIn, and 6 months ago, I'm starting on Instagram also, and that brings me the exposition to connect with in other way, more organic way, with other cybersecurity colleagues with this global scope. That is a very good thing with social media. And the people in Kenya inviting me as coach and mentor in a very good and special program to empower women in Kenya from the 47 counties there. And currently I'm working with different companies there, like Rift Coders, bringing mentoring for the graduate of their last bootcamp that they had. And I share you this because using social media in the good way with the strategy, you can improve your career, your purpose, and don't be shy. Sometimes the imposter syndrome is
Yes, we were
struggling.
talking about this earlier when we were in the
Yeah.
car that I struggle with imposter syndrome sometimes because Kimberly encourages me to identify as an entrepreneur. But I
You
feel
are.
like
You are
I
an
don't know.
entrepreneur. No matter if you have a service, a business, a product, a big company, if you are Elon Musk or if you are selling something in the Facebook marketplace, that persons are entrepreneurs.
And I feel like you really actually have a heart for mentorship, that you really have this attitude of wanting to support other people and other women, help them to grow in their business, which is honestly rare with how competitive these fields can be. And I really appreciate that about you.
Thank you. If someone is interested, my LinkedIn is open to contact me for one-on-ones.
Oh, yeah, we'll put a
Oh,
link
yeah.
for that too, so
Yeah,
that we can
sure.
make sure you can find Kimberly on LinkedIn. And can you talk a little bit more about specifically being a woman in this field of tech and entrepreneurship? I know we were talking a little bit earlier about some of the challenges and some gender bias that we face
Yeah.
sometimes. Would you talk about that a little?
Well, talking about entrepreneur, exists incredible foundations and organizations bringing or giving you resources, platforms to grow uh, your network or the scope of your business or your idea, to shape your idea and launch your company, for example. We are going to list that after the podcast to share with the people. And I can recommend Women in Tech and Entrepreneurship, no matter that I am an ambassador, is a good place to have super confidence and empowering, because they have workshops, free workshops related with different
Workshops?
yeah, workshops related with different areas. Entrepreneurs very value resources to educate you. But talking about the cybersecurity is very challenging, mostly in ethical hacking. And also, I am a capture the flag player, very active. Is one of my real passion.
Can you
Honestly,
explain a little bit about? I think
okay.
some of us know capture the flag from our childhood, like a childhood game, but what does that mean in tech?
Well, actually, in cyber are competitions with different kind of propose, and the idea is to resolve challenge. What is the thing? Hack, hacking, using different kind of techniques. Institution, organizations, or companies, they organize this kind of competition. They bring you the platform, and you can resolve the challenge as solo or as team. I have experience doing that as captain, and very proud of that to let people.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Team captain.
Yeah, and the most important thing is that is the best way to improve your cybersecurity skills, because it's learning at the same time by yourself and proving your skills and your critical thinking, your creative problem solving. I recommend if you are starting your journey in cyber. Capture the flags are not easier. They are not easy. I'm sorry, but all the time I'm using a display name and avatar, like neutral gender. The people or my colleagues, they are not
Gender neutral
no,
avatar and
yeah.
gender neutral
They
name.
suppose sometimes I am a man, and they call me, oh hey bro, but it's better because when I try to join to several teams and they know that I am a woman, I found a limitation, and they ask more, or they are requiring more, and they are testing my skills to prove that I'm enough to be a part. And about collaborations are similar, but I think maybe it's my experience. Yeah, it's frustrating, but I have made a strategy to avoid the rejection. But maybe it's my opinion. Maybe for another woman is different. Working from my company, um, I put in more efforts to demonstrate that our services, that the thing that I am providing is very good, it's solid, it's technical, it's formal, because it's not usual to have women in this kind of commercial and technical activities. We're struggling, and if you are checking the statistic data, that 20% in cyber are only women.
Wow.
We need to change the numbers.
Yeah, and STEM in general, I think there's an underrepresentation of women, and it is unfortunate that sometimes women are held to a different standard than men are just granted automatically, but we have to go through processes that what they want us to jump through these hurdles to prove ourselves. When men aren't expected to do that, they're just kind of, the door just opens for them. And it's unfortunate that in this modern era you're still facing that, especially in cyber and in tech. But like you said, let's see the change. Let's see the numbers change. Let's see more women in this kind of industry and more female leadership. And I think that we will as time goes on.
Yeah, that things are changing.
Especially if people such as yourself stepping up and setting the example for other women and really blazing that trail.
I'm sorry?
You're really blazing a trail so that other women can follow after you to be leaders within cyber.
Well, I have Shifra Garima. Is a lady in Kenya, very young. She's having less like 25 years.
She's only 25.
Yeah, and in Kenya, the access to a good internet, for example, is difficult. The resources also. She's very creative, and I admire her because she's leading projects to help women similar like her and to impact their communities. And no matter the resources, they are trying to find the tools to have a other future and for personal purpose and thinking about in general of their country. Shifra is a very good example. He's young, and I'm so proud because I'm collaborating alongside with her in the coaching and mentorship programs, and I can list, yeah, and I can list also the Dr. Siraj Ambaran, the founder of Women Cybersecurity, because in the 2014 she founded the organization with a small budget, and
wow,
yeah, and
it's really admirable.
Of course, because she is a brilliant professional in cyber, a migrant and woman, mother, and with many roles, and she changed the thing and bringing this organization with global scope and growing every year so fast. And they organized in that year and this year the first conference of WiCyS, and never stopped only in the pandemic. And now the number of members, the the number of life changing are amazing.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. And sounds like not only are you a great example, but you've had great examples too.
Yeah. The Dr. Ambarin Siraj is incredible.
Sounds like it. Well, we've come to the final question that everyone's been waiting for, which is, how can you help us? What are some things we can do to make ourselves more secure online or otherwise in cyber?
Well, my recommendation is first, check your phone. Please turn off Siri.
Turn off Siri?
Yeah, turn off Siri. Turn off Siri because the phones.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
I definitely have Siri activated.
No.
She's always listening.
In the way that you can live more unplugged, you are more safe. And your family, your kids, the people that you love. And if you are a company also, it's a recommendation. Please don't use AirPods. Go for the traditional way.
Oh, why is that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't have idea the easy way to that people can hear your conversation at the same time that you are using. Yeah, it's not that complicated if you're following the specific steps. Yeah, you need to have, of course, a technical knowledge.
Wow, I never even thought of that.
We don't have a super complicated tools. No, but it's an important thing. Please always turn off your Bluetooth, turn off always your AirPod in your phone. Please check the settings of your apps in your phone. They are needing no they don't need to know your location. No, only maps, of course, because it's the purpose of the app. But Instagram, they are not.
Don't all these people need to be knowing where you are all the time?
Exactly. The last update of Instagram, if you are active, sharing your location, you can wherever can see your location. Yeah. The public place in Instagram.
I remember it was like years ago. I was Facebook messaging with a friend, and all of a sudden I saw like it had shared my location with him. I was like, oh my god, I just shared my location. Yeah. And I didn't know how I had done that. It was probably like more than 10 years ago, but I was like, and he's like, what are you freaking out about? I was like, I don't want you to know where I am. I am not about sharing location, not even with my husband, because we trust each other.
But. Because to stay in touch, to protect the family, but with other people outside the family or with the companies owning the applications, it's not necessary. Yeah. Other thing, please check the privacy of your photos that you are sharing, for example, on Facebook. Please don't accept invitations from wherever people with attention of the profiles, if they are real people or fake, to recognize fake photos. It's not that big deal. It's a catfish. Yeah, you need to put attention on the details. Several criteria about the photos. Look the eyes, look the expressions, look the details of the colors, look the transition, the movements, because now exists a very good tools.
Technology.
Exactly.
Even in videos.
Even in videos. If you're sharing photos, exist tools like Exif tool that with that you upload your pictures, your photos, and then you can delete the metadata of your files. What is metadata? Metadata are all the information related with your files. Who create the file, who create the picture, where, when, with what kind of devices, what kind of camera, and then the location.
It's all there.
If you are not deleting that before to share on social media, wherever person with the correct technical knowledge only can use the photo, and with the correct tools they can identify the place, the date, the location, the address.
Wow.
Of the photo. Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah, after that I can share you.
Well, Kimberly, I only asked Kimberly to share with us 2 tips. She's shared like at least 5. So she's been very generous with us.
I'm so happy to share. Yeah.
So remember to think about whether you want to have a private conversation on your AirPods. That could be easily intercepted. What else was it? Not sharing location with just any app. What was the first one? Siri, turning off Siri.
Turn off Siri, and please, this is a plus. Never connecting a public Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yes, never. On
Guilty.
Starbucks, airports,
Guilty.
never. Please, no. Please, don't do that.
But sometimes
never.
you gotta use the Wi-Fi.
And always reject the cookies on the websites.
Yeah.
Reject, decline it.
We hate cookies. We don't
Yeah,
like cookies.
please decline.
Galletitas.
Always. Galletitas, yes.
All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to share in closing before we go ahead and close this one out?
Yeah. We are so lucky because in this generation we have the support and it's more open to change career, to shift to another career. And don't be shy, try to be brave, to go for your real passion. The imposter syndrome exists every day. I have it sometimes when I have bad days, but no matter that, please go for your real dream. The success. I'm sorry, I'm confused and thinking in Spanish at the same time. The success is not, I am the best doing the thing. No, the success is the perseverance, the consistency, and your discipline to go for your purpose, for your goal, and do have a good tracking, a good goal tracking, and then I can say that you can find the success. No, please ignore the people that say, no, you are old. No, that is not giving you money. No, you are not a creative person. Oh no, maybe you need to stay more focused on other things. No, please, here's your dreams, here's your heart, and
Believe
go
in
for
yourself.
that. Believe in yourself all the time, because what is the worst thing? That you can go at the end of your life and say, oh, I would like to do something, but I never have the motivation, or I never did the first step. And if you're interested about the career change, about this kind of things, career changers, I am a president of the Women's Cybersecurity Career Changers Affiliate. We are leading this project with our colleagues, and we're so happy to help and support a person interested of that. And yeah, this is my motivation for today.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the way that you've encouraged us, and also the way that you've helped us become more secure. And I really appreciate you coming and sharing.
Thank you so much for bringing the space. And yeah, I hope and wishing you all the best. And I think this project or podcast will impact many people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can catch the next episode. And we thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I could flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really